Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 13? 13 of Cassiopeia. Even though it says 14, but it's fine. This episode is called Truths. I will come first to Lavi. Please introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm Lavi. Today I'll be playing Ilovia Blight Frightener Valunanati, the Goliath barbarian warlock who's on a mission to find her daughter who she thought was dead.
Nice. I come next to Joshzilla.
Hi, I'm Josh. I will be playing Rakan Debris, who is... What is he? He's some aura. He's like he's like the war on the body of a god. And is trying to become his own person by making his own cult. And he's just found out that his boyfriend's a mass murderer, so...
I come next to Miyago.
Hey, playing Bastion. Bastion is a warforged battlesmith artificer, along with his little steel defender phalanx. He is trying to figure out why the warforged are going insane and fix it.
Nice, and I come last to Elena.
Good evening, I am James, and I will be playing Yeva Adelan, the Preservation Pacifist Priest, who may be joining the Illegal Mages group.
Nice, and I'm Kira the Dungeon Master, also playing Zeltrin. Previously, last time, after finding some things out and Yeva receiving a quest, he took his apprentice and decided to go visit the Librarian Zeta Sharp. Alongside that, as he went to go visit the Librarian, the rest of our party had meandered around town. You guys went to go see Sebastian, and you guys had gone to like when we last left off as well, Bastion went to go see Solomon Lane and find out about his dreams, and figured out that he had to go and repossess a crazed warforge. And you also received a little bit of a quest, a task, to go and find another warforge that's been missing it's gone missing in the city. But in the end, you guys had decided to go ahead and pursue Bastion's quest. And let's not forget Rakan also creating an uproar at the library, which is pretty funny.
Union!
However, you guys made your way out to the Black Zone in the continent of Lestia. Memories had come flooding back, and you all were ready to go ahead and reclaim and capture this crazed warforge alive. When you arrived there, you found that the majority of them, almost all of them, were dead. They had these strange yet familiar markings on their head. You guys saw the bust that had fallen on Yeva earlier, and had shown the feat of strength from Ilovia. You guys had made your way down the crater once more into the temple and found more dead warforges. You made your way through to Brilliance's lab. No Brilliance was there. You saw that most of his stuff had been packed up, nothing out of place. Yet you continued on and made it to the main cathedral area where there were more dead warforges. Going into Words' room, you found some things. You found the most important thing you found was the Imperial Codex, empty and opened. Bastion, reading through some of the books, you found that the warforges their powers were siphoned from them. And perhaps something even more damning than that, Rakan found out that who he thought he was, he never was. He found out that he was an instance. He was simply a portion of his father's power. He found that Plutarch was not his father at all, and that he simply was just Plutarch in a sense. I assume that this had reignited vigor in Rakan, on top of also leaving him in a bit of a shattered state. But acquiring all the information, you all returned to Rivermirth. And Alovia's quick thinking and instincts had told her to make their way to a predestined place where she had smartly deduced that this would be the next location of the killer. You guys waited around, and by God, she was correct. Working together, you all managed to capture the dollmaker, and upon removing his hood, found out it was Caden Everburn. Tears in his eyes, he simply apologized to Rakan. But that's not where we start our story tonight. We start our story with the one, the only, Yeva Adelin.
Hey, that me.
As car door opens, Latharis gets out behind you. You stand in front of the library. Okay, Eva, why exactly are we here?
We're here to find out if we can get any more information on the animal. Or if there's a way of not doing what they've asked us to, and yet still perhaps joining their ranks, or at least enough that we can continue to get information from them, perhaps assistance. And because there's a chance they might be able to help Viviana, the woman I told you about.
Yes. From what you told me, that there are people with a cause.
Yes. Their cause isn't too bad. It's their means that are questionable.
No, but what I'm trying to say, Eva, is that it sounds like you're trying to get something for nothing.
No, just something for not having to travel halfway across the world.
Well, we can try. Sure.
And we have other things we can provide. Like you.
Excuse me?
Nothing.
Lead the way? I feel like I'm going to regret that.
Yeah, I'll head in and look for Zitas.
Okay. As you go in, you see him behind the desk. He's there, working. You see as... Oh, I'm sorry.
Good day.
Hello.
I wondered if we might have a word.
Sure. Always. Does the side table suit you, or would you rather a more private
Side
place?
table is excellent.
And who is this?
This is my apprentice. This is Latharis.
Hello.
I told you. Where I go, he goes, unfortunately. For him.
I see. Tharis kind of like looks up and kind of like looks down his nose at him slightly, even though Zitas is still a little taller than he is.
Is he? Jesus.
Yeah, yes.
Holy hell, tall librarian.
Zitas is pretty tall. He just looks and okay. And he walks over to the side table by the nice window as the rays begin to pour in over the table. You see people people are walking back and forth to and fro. Cars zoom pass by, and the low rumble of the engines, you can hear them in the background. He pulls out the chair and slightly gestures as the other one pushes out. He sits down and extends his hand. Please.
And Sitash, I come to you personally as somebody who I think I can trust, and I'd like to, like to continue our working relationship, but what the Anima have asked me to do is not asked of me alone. You've asked me to do something that I cannot do alone. And the companions I have are not willing to join your cause.
But they're not willing to help you either?
No.
Hmm.
And I find myself tasked with something I am not capable of completing.
That is disheartening.
However, I do want to help the Anima. As I said to... Oh god, her name's just vanished out the side of my head. I had it 2 seconds ago. Nope, I've not got it.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, her apprentice. His apprentice.
Mhm.
Well, his secretary.
Mhm.
I will pull that up while I talk. As I said to her, I'm not willing to do something that hurts others. But there is a lot we can help with.
And that would be?
Even in the most simple of terms, in teaching, in sharing of magics that may be lost to the animal, in understanding the way the world was back then, and how we can return to it in a more peaceful and perhaps more tactical manner. I understand that I alone will not change the methods of the animal, but there are ways that we can be persuasive. And my companions do believe in the cause of at least reducing, if not removing, the use of Ethereum from the ground.
He leans backwards and just pinches his chin. Well, most of his mane, strokes his mane.
God, I wish I had a mane.
I cannot make this decision here. I would have to speak to the other adjudicators.
I ask you not to make a decision. I just ask for a task that I'm capable of completing.
That is disheartening.
Yes. Even if perhaps you have others who would be willing to partake in this task.
No.
Though, I will say, there is a lot for me in this city. Traveling far away is not the most convenient thing, but regardless, even if that is the only task, I would at least need assistance.
Of course, we can charter you an airship to get you there.
Once I'm there, I will need assistance. Without companions who will fight, I am not strong enough.
This is definitely a task you cannot do alone. But perhaps maybe talk to them again. And he pulls out from his pocket a picture and slides it over. This is the Mage's Tower we speak of. You see a snowy backdrop. In the center, this large black spire, an obelisk. See, you can see that these Ethereum crystals are growing out of it from the sides. I'm not sure, but if you can't do it, I'll tell the other adjudicators and see what we can do for you, perhaps.
And there is something else, something small. The Anima attacked us, as you know.
Yes.
In the attacking of us, they summoned something strange, a serpent.
Yes.
This is something common to the Anima, or specific to that particular woman?
Specific to her.
Right. It's not just common curiosity. A power such as that being unleashed on the world is... Wow. There are elements of it that could be frightening.
Well, Alexia is definitely quite the talent. She's different from a lot of others. She's not to be taken lightly.
I don't intend to. As I said, we believe in your cause, if not your methods. Even my companions believe in the cause, at least to an extent. However, one of my companions, for reasons that are quite obvious, may have some disagreements. What is the Anima's stance on the Warforged?
Currently, we have no problems with them. Not that I know of. I know there's others with their own prejudices. The thing about...
So you're not in the art of removing previous technologies?
No. We believe that the Warforgers, most of them at least, have suffered enough.
They are victims.
Indeed. At the same time, they are marvels of modern magic. They're not trying to tear apart the world. They're suffering.
Well, that is the main reason I brought it up. The problem is that some of them are. I don't know if you know, but recently, some are more than just Warforged.
Explain.
They're awakening.
Awakening?
I have more to say on this matter, but I will not exchange my information for nothing. Please let your superiors know that there is a lot of information they are missing on the Warforged and what they're currently up to, that may either further or deter the cause of the Anima.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh, that's a good time for a 7, isn't it? 9.
Okay. He simply nods his head and fixes his glasses. I will speak to them.
Appreciate it. And, Zitosh, I borrowed a book from you in the past on Arcana Tech.
Yes.
I wondered if you had something a little more complicated.
Complicated.
Yes, on the creation of Arcana Tech.
I believe I have just the thing.
I'm not looking to create Arcana Tech. I merely wish for Latharis to learn of the ways in which this is done, so we can understand better. And perhaps even look at replacement methods.
As you say that, Latharis is kind of standing around, looking around, and just you hear him kind of mutter under his breath. More homework. Okay. I believe I can allow me to look. I may be able to send this to you. At the Unsung, correct?
Correct.
Yes, I can send this to you.
Appreciate it. Well, that's all from us.
All right. He reaches back over and takes the picture away and slides it back in his pocket. He stands up, fixes his suit, and extends his hand. It's always a pleasure.
You too. I'll shake his hand and head out.
Right. You mean to walk out? Tharis kind of nods and walks behind you, and then as you exit out, stepping back into Rivermouth proper, he just... So... Warforgers are awakening, you're saying?
Ah, yes. Sorry, I seem to have missed this, but I'd kind of accounted that I'd probably told them a little bit, but in basic fact, through some methods, they seem to be able to escape the original ordering of what they were told to do, and now they have minds of their own, thoughts of their own, beyond just sentience, desires of their own. And I would know that some have escaped the Black Zone, would I, or not at this point?
Oh, you do not know.
Right, okay. I wasn't sure when that happened. Yes, a particular Warforged called Words seems to be changing things about the Warforged. There was talk of a Machine King.
A machine king.
Yes, as worrying as it sounds. However, the one awakened Warforged we met seemed, frankly, quite cordial and interested in playing chess. His name was Brilliance. But even a Warforged interested in playing chess is a minor worry.
A Warforged playing chess. Wow, you've definitely been on a lot more adventures. I'm glad you left Ninalari.
We have, and now for the biggest adventure of all, and something that I'm very proud of. And I would like to, if I still got the means to telephone Bastion,
Yes.
he's not too far away at this point.
Yeah, at this point, no, he's not really that far away.
Okay. I will. I would like to go to the new orphanage. Does anybody want to join? Or where are they? At
We're
this point?
fucking busy.
Yeah, I figured as much, but Eva doesn't know that. So yeah, I'm asking cordially.
Yeah.
I don't know how busy you are or where busy you are.
We have just apprehended Caden Everburn.
Oh,
It appears he may have been the doll maker.
well, shit. Will you be offended if I
He's
go to the
saying
orphanage
that.
without you?
I think it's fair, we're quite busy.
Do you need anyone?
As he's saying
Sorry,
that.
go on.
Sorry, no, I'm just giving the water skin to Rakan to wash his mouth out after vomiting.
Well, as long as you don't need any help, I will see you guys soon.
I believe we have it under control.
Okay. And I will hang up and make a second call.
And who are you calling?
I would like to call Elliot.
Oh, okay.
Hey kid. Dr. Home.
Oh, that's great.
Want to be the first to take a look around?
Hell yeah. That sounds awesome. Great.
How many cars did they take with them?
You took the one.
Okay, cool. So I can go back to the house and get the other.
Mm-hmm.
I'll do so. Yeah, I'm assuming we got to the library with relative ease, so we can get back to the Unsung with relative ease. and,
No problem.
pick up a car.
All right. Grab the car. Give me a dex check real quick.
Dex check? Shit, am I gonna die? That's a 17.
Ah, no problem. Driving, no problem. This is easy.
Oh right, okay, I've already got to the car. I thought that I was, I thought I was trying not to die on the way home.
No.
Yeah.
Hey, this is easy.
See, I told you I could drive this thing with ours.
And beginner's luck. I am quite surprised. You know, I thought you'd just be handsy with flowers, but it seems you can also handle a car.
Yes, well, it's time for you to learn too. Skill, yeah.
That sounds fun. I'll watch you.
Yes, and I'll begin explaining the basics.
Okay. And with this,
I'm assuming that in Nilna Alari we just don't see cars.
not really, no.
Yeah, cool.
Everyone has easier ways of getting around, magical ways of getting around.
Here.
Yeah, pretty much.
More convenient.
But you can, I believe Olivia took it. You can now take your proficiency in land vehicles. But you'll make your way to the Lohang, and as you get to where you know Elliot usually is, you see Elliot's already waiting. You see currently like he's wearing the suit jacket that you got him, but he still has all his like his street clothes under it. He kind of just gave him a new jacket and he just puts it right back on. The sleeves are rolled up. You see him just kind of like his hair is a little bit more like combed a little bit to the right slightly. He's trying to look a little bit more presentable but still be himself. Are you driving now?
That I am. Still nice and slowly.
Oh, okay. All right. Oh God, there's another one. Who is this?
This here is Latharis. The two of you will get on brilliantly, I'm sure. Latharis, this is Elliot. He's a good kid.
Hello. Hi.
And,
You.
he's a strong mage.
Easy.
Yes.
Next time.
Latharis, use a spell. Do something that you consider complicated.
Okay.
And I'll get him to cast Aid, I guess.
Okay.
What, second level? Yeah, sure.
All right. Let's see if you can handle this. He cracks his knuckles, performs the incantation, and grants aid. The area begins to slightly shimmers, and then like a little explosion of like this white pure magic, and you feel yourself bolstered as your body kind of like heats up slightly, but you feel more invigorated. Like it looks okay.
Go on, do the party trick.
Sure. And it's like this, right? And he closes his eyes and begins to form the incantation, but you see it's a little different than Lotharis's. It shifts around a bit more, and you see that his hands almost move in a blur motion. And as he casts aid. And then you see Lotharis kind of reels back, then looks at you. Eva,
Impossible, right?
Eva, what the fuck is this?
It's impossible.
What is?
Don't worry. If we can get past Rokan being a demigod, the rest is pretty easy to swallow.
And watch as he kind of begins to walk around him, studying him. You're a half-elf, and you're an elf. Hey, how do you do that? And he looks, Eva, can you get this guy out of my face?
Yeah, Latharis, he's not a curiosity piece, even though I do like the party trick, but yes, he's worth protecting.
Oh.
And the people we went to see today,
Yes.
there's some of the people that can't know about Elliot's skills.
I understand. Well, Elliot, get in the car. We're going for a ride.
That we are.
I don't like the way you said that. But you guys hop back in the car and you begin to drive off over to the District of Gilding.
Okay.
And at this point in time, we are going to flash over to the other half of the party. What have you guys done with Caden? Or are you still in the street?
I imagine we're still in the street.
Yeah, we were just standing, or we were staring at him in disbelief the last time we left off, so I assume we're still staring at him in disbelief.
Well, Rakan is busy vomiting and Olivia's tending to him. Bastion's pretty much just gonna have Caden like, at sword point.
You did.
Like, just if he twitches, I'm gonna, stab him immediately. And Phalanx behind him, making a weird mechanical growl.
He's Caden is he's his head like dips down. You see the tears begin to like drop over him and fall to the floor. He's not trying to do anything. He's just whimpering.
I'm just gonna look at Volkan like, what the fuck is this kid doing?
I don't know if this is the killer you spoke of.
Perhaps
Well, okay.
He's the one doing all of this
Well,
and not simply dropping them off.
Consider this. When we previously went to go investigate the body, the what was it, the lead ball was encased in wood as if it were grown around it.
Yes.
He's a druid.
This is.
It makes sense.
It does make sense. You're not wrong. It's just looking at him now. Usually killers have more nerve. He's a bit more. I don't know. He's in
He's a
pain.
coward. Not striking at warriors, not fighting anyone, but ambushing technicians and women and civilians.
Let's get to the bottom of this. Who do you work for?
I don't work for anyone.
Okay, so this guy's just a fucking lunatic. I would like to see if he's lying.
Make an insight check.
That's a nat 1. Okay.
You can't
shit.
tell. Yeah, the tears in his eyes and the
Rokan,
puffiness.
do you think he's lying? Because I don't know shit.
I can attempt. Let's see. I'll try and read him.
Also a nat 1.
Now one for you too? Oh, you know. His insight's actually stronger. I don't believe he's lying.
I'm gonna get myself somewhat together.
Okay.
And head back over because obviously I don't want to throw up next to everyone. That would be rude, even for Rakan standards. I'm just gonna look down at it. Why would you do this?
Hey, I begin to hear the sound.
Oh boy. So he is a lunatic.
And originally so I was happy in my apothecary. And just as I heard the sound every night, it just droned on and on. It began to speak to me.
Do we know what Jethro's class is?
No.
Do we know if he uses magic? He must use magic, right?
He might. It's hard to tell exactly what he does.
What did the signal say to you?
It told me. It told me the truth of what I was.
What's the truth?
Rakan, you know it too, don't you? You're one. I could feel it when I first met you.
What's the truth?
We're not real.
What?
We're not real. We're an instance. We're made.
But why? Why would you kill people?
And signal. At first, when I heard it and it told me, I was able to. I was able to just drown it out slightly, but every day it just began to drive me more and more off the edge. And then it.
I have a. Sorry. Continue.
And then it told me that I'm an instance. And it's almost like I lost control. I'm the instance of Ball.
What a stupid name.
Would I know that name?
You do know that name. He's the god of murder.
Oh shit. Alright. That makes sense then why he's the fucking fuckity fuck. Oh god. I fell for the god of murder.
Eden's god daddy is Ball. Alright. Guys, I have an idea. Group huddle, everybody. We'll leave that guy in earthen grasp.
I'm gonna make sure that I'm
What
gonna
if-
take away any components or spell focus, so he can't cast any spells. Well,
Okay, yeah, you take it all away from him and carry it over to you into the huddle.
Alright. What if the sound travels through people who are magically inclined? I mean, think about it. The Warforged are basically created using magic. My daughter, magical. I don't know about Jethro, This guy, very magical. It's a possibility.
When I heard the sound, it didn't say anything to me.
Maybe you weren't listening. You heard it, but you weren't listening. There's a
Do it
difference.
right. But as most demi-humans
All
have
right.
capacity for magic, perhaps it is not so
We have to help them.
help.
Help who?
Who is this saying?
Something's coming.
Who's saying this?
This is Kaden.
Kin.
Oh, okay. I thought I was Zeltra, and I was like,
No.
Explain.
I don't sound anything like that guy. Something is coming.
What's coming?
It's whatever's making that signal. It told me its name is Keva.
how do you spell that?
Keva. And whatever it is, it's angry and it's vengeful.
Oh,
How did murdering your victims help?
First I was against it. And it's like I heard two things at once. One was telling me to murder to grant power, and the other one was telling me to stand down. One, and you see his head like just dips down, his hair is like hanging low. Something is coming.
alright. What's your obsession with Cassiopeia?
It's that constellation is, haven't you noticed? It's getting closer.
Are you saying that that's what Kava is?
I don't know if that's what Keva is, but I feel like Keva is using it somehow.
Okay, I have a question, and feel free to tell me that I wouldn't know this. So he's part of Baal, who's the god of murder. Does that mean that like he doesn't like morally he leans more that way, or does he like have, apart from hearing the signal telling him to do it, like does he have control over himself, or is it like an instinctive need to murder?
Give an insight check.
Great. What is my insight? Oh, okay, +5. Come on now. That's 17.
17. Looking at him, you can tell that he is remorseful for what he's done.
Mhm.
It's kind of like you get the feeling that if he's an instance of Baal, that it is something that is innate in him. He can possibly do it, but just like you are different from your father, you can choose how you want to live.
Right.
However, since you are a part of Plutarch and he is stronger than you, he may be able to do things, force you to do things you don't want to do.
Right, and enact his will through you. So even though he could redeem himself, he's still a liability.
He is a liability.
While y'all are chatting, I'm gonna go look at the body that he dumped.
Okay. You walk back up there and climb up the fire escape and get to that landing on the third story, and you unwrap it and see it's a small gnomish body.
Or no.
At least it's not a halfling. I want to stab those fuckers. Okay. Gnomish body. Do we know any gnomes?
You know a few. Well, you don't know a few that you probably talked to more than once. Actually, I should say. But you've met gnomes.
All right. I'm gonna say a prayer in Giant because that's my native language.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just gonna be, a prayer that Zodius, takes his soul to the
Okay.
afterlife and basically blesses him for dying as a warrior.
Okay. Is you standing there, Rakan? You're still standing in front of Kaden?
Yeah, I still want to talk to him.
He looks up. Kill me.
What?
Kill me.
No.
Just do this for me, please. I don't.
Even if I wanted to, even if I did, that doesn't. Like, you could still come back.
But how
I've
fate?
been here before.
I'd be gone from now. I don't want to hurt anybody else. Just end it.
Seems valid.
There's no more stars in the constellation, just saying.
No, we can't just kill him.
There's a few more in that
Otherwise,
system.
What?
No, I was saying in the lobby. There's a few more in that system.
We can't just kill him because then we're no better than what he was doing.
Certainly we are.
No, murder's murder. If he
Just
should be
scumbag.
punished, he should go through the right channels.
Rakan, no, you'll be freeing me.
For how long until you come back? If you're locked up, at least then you won't be able to harm anyone.
I don't want to do this anymore.
Well, then you shouldn't have done it to start with. How did you even hear the signal?
Why are you laughing? This is not a game.
I'm not here. Fuck you.
No, I'm talking to Rakan.
I'm looking
Rakan
at
is laughing.
Bobby.
No, Rakan is smiling. Well, Josh is smiling. I'm just using it in the thing.
Smiling. How did you hear the signal?
I heard it in my sleep.
So just naturally. Can you hear it now?
No.
Damn it. Okay. Do you hear it every time you sleep?
Not every time. It feels more like it has a mind of its own. It comes and goes. Rakan, I think we are more susceptible to it. We're the same, right? My feeling is correct, right?
No, I heard it because I tried to focus on it, and even that was weak. And it led me to a book, but then that book has now gone missing, and so I've not heard it since.
But you're an instance, right?
Yes.
So...
What's so funny?
It's just hilarious.
Is he laughing? This isn't funny. Why does he call Ryan out, but we can't call him out?
What's so funny?
It's just hilarious that I got chosen.
What do you mean you got chosen?
It could have been you. It could have been anyone. There's got to be more instances around, right?
Yes, there is.
So why me?
Well, I don't know. Why did you listen to the voice that was telling you to kill people? Why didn't you listen to the other voice?
I was out of control. It's like when I was doing it, it's like I did it for centuries. It was so easy.
Why didn't you tell me?
Oh, why would I tell you? Sure, I can go ahead and just tell them, the man I just kind of fell for that hey, let's go on a date. Want to see my basement full of faces?
Well, no, but you could have told. You could have told me that you're like me. I could have tried to help you.
Sure. Help me. Rakan, you can barely help yourself.
What is that supposed to mean?
It's part of your charm. Now look, I see how you are with Delovia. Barely knew anything the past few days. And you want me to spring that on you? I care too much.
Care too much, and yet you're out here murdering people. What do you mean you care too much?
For you.
If you cared for me, then you wouldn't do this.
I've been
You
doing
wouldn't
this.
be sat here laughing.
I've been doing this long before you came here.
You are expecting a lot of rational thought out of someone with a basement full of faces.
The robot's right. Bastion. You are a soldier. Pull the trigger. End it. Please!
I'm not opposed. But I will defer to the consensus of my group.
He's not himself. When he just said that when he was killing it, felt like he had been doing it for centuries. For all we know, Baal was the one in putting his will into Caden. If we kill him now, he'll be brought back to do the same thing.
You don't know when
If
I'll be
we-
brought back.
Silence!
The time frame.
I've had enough out of you,
Maybe something we should
sir.
consider.
And then I'm gonna kick him in the face.
You gonna hit him?
I'm gonna kick him in the face.
Alright. Give me your damage.
I mean, that's like a 3 for an unarmed strike.
He only had 3 points of health left. He goes unconscious.
Great. He can shut the fuck up now. If we find a way to imprison him, then he will be trapped here and we'll be able to kill people. If we kill him, he'll just come back.
Fair enough. Where do we cage him then? Do we give him to the authorities? Do we do it ourselves?
I don't know what kind of... He's nature-based despite being murderous. But a jail won't hold him.
We can't keep an eye on him. Not every minute of every day. Someone needs to hold him. Or we need to destroy him.
I'm gonna walk back to the group. I'm not gonna disturb the body.
Okay. We return. Caden's currently unconscious, stuck in the earthen grasp. You see Rakan's knuckles are slightly red, tinged.
So, what you guys get out of him?
Nothing useful. We just need to
Quite mad.
find a way to trap him without him being able to escape.
Well, for starters, we need to report this to the authorities so that they know who the doll maker is. They can tell the public that the case is basically closed. And, you know, so that they can identify the body, you know, tell the loved ones that, you know, they're dead. All that jazz. Just basically public awareness is what I'm thinking.
And then when they ask about the murderer, and where he
Hey.
is,
That's not our job.
well, it is a good.
Authorities. You can't be the first spellcaster that I'm incarcerated. They must have a system.
Or we can We can, what's the word?
Maim.
Encourage the death penalty on him.
No, if he dies, he'll just come back. There'll be no.
Oh yeah, but I feel like if they don't have a system for it, that's. What if they don't have a system? What are we gonna do?
Well, that's
I
why.
need to go to. I need to go to Glyle.
Well, that's why I was suggesting we find a way to trap him somehow.
Why don't you just like bury him?
Because his roots can go through the earth,
No, just make it out of rock.
but roots can go through the.
Pretty sure just entombing someone in stone.
Rock and
Just
dirt
slowly
are two very different things.
Yeah, but.
Oh,
Let's just go to the authorities. We'll see what system they have in place.
Okay.
agreed.
Okay. I'll release the earthen grasp.
His body flops to the floor.
I guess I'm
I'll
carrying him.
Find him.
Oh, with Rocket's harness, just tie up the loose end around his arms.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, bind his hands behind his back.
Okay.
Put a gag in his mouth so he can't do somatic components. Or verbal components, rather.
Mm-hmm. You wrap him up tightly, gag him.
Actually, what's his arcane focus?
He doesn't have one.
He doesn't need one.
That means Rokan doesn't need one.
Yeah,
Alright, let's just.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose not technically. I just have my quarterstaff to have it.
Pretty much.
I have a magic staff that could probably serve as an arcane focus, or as a druidic focus, as I think they can. But yeah, let's drag him,
Alright.
and let's alert the authorities to the body and
Okay.
the Dollmaker.
You drag him and throw him in the car. You make your way over to the guards, this large, red and like black, like gold lining building. It's very, very loud. But you see, just embossed in gold is the Riverworth Guard headquarters. You walk in. Who's carrying him? You are? Okay.
I am strong.
As you bring him in, the receptionist, this orcish man, tusks are out. He looks a little old and haggard, but he has the guards the guard uniform on, and he kind of, you see as he kind of gets up and he fixes his glasses. How can I help you?
We caught the doll maker.
Yeah, we're here to not report a crime. We're here to report a case solved.
This is the doll maker.
I'm gonna slam him down on the desk.
Okay.
To be fair, also a crime because there's a new corpse, so kind of both of those things.
Yeah, we couldn't stop him, but we found him.
Okay. Alert Azyros. And you watch as he just goes to his ear and Azyros. There are some people here who claim to have captured the dollmaker. Understood. He watches. He looks to the left and waves his hand as the door to his left side of the desk opens upwards. Go straight forward. You'll see his desk in the back.
Alright,
Well, office, I should say, not desk.
I'm gonna take Caden off the desk, but I'm kind of intentionally just dragging his face across the desk as I
What?
pick him up,
Okay.
Knocking all the files and the
Yeah.
nail on the floor.
getting them all bloody.
If we can't identify him, he will not be useful.
Oh, don't worry, we can identify him.
Be careful. As you drag him through and all the way to the back, as you are walking through the corridor, you see the other some of the guards that are sitting down. Some are reading through papers and looking on these screens that these projections of just pure magic. But you see like around them are like they're like framed and like these brass this like thin framing. And as you continue to walk, you see the door on the far end opens up, as the light pours through. Zyros is standing there, the fur bulk you saw earlier, his hair slightly mopped, and he's holding a nice little tankard, and he sips from it. So that's the doll maker, huh?
Yeah. That's him.
No, step in, please. As you all walk in, you see there are chairs already set up for you. You sit down and please. And you see in the back there is a long little, like, it looks like a little couch. You can set him over there.
I'm gonna stay stood.
I'm gonna sit him down.
Pass
By
your
the way,
things.
this guy is extremely dangerous.
And magically inclined, so I don't know what kind of legal punishments or jails you have in the city, but something that can stop him using magic would be great.
We do have the Watchers. They'll take him. I'm not sure what they do with them. I heard it's pretty terrible.
I prefer if he didn't die.
I have no control over that.
Well, it would be ideal if he didn't.
Why is that?
I intimidate him into not letting him die.
Sure, give me an intimidation check. How do you attempt to intimidate him?
Listen here, you little shit. You better make sure that he doesn't die.
But he just said it's not his choice.
That's an 11.
11. He leans back. That was cute, but I'm not your family member or your kid. And you're surrounded by officers. I would be careful.
Listen, we don't want any trouble, but if you kill him, he won't really die.
Explain.
He needs to be like trapped somewhere with no way to use magic and no way to get out.
If he's killed, he can't use magic.
No, well, sure, but he won't stay dead
come
for very
back.
long.
He'll come back.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why is that? Does he have accomplices that'll bring him back?
No, he just
It's basically an accomplice. A very, 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 very powerful accomplice.
It's very vague.
just trust us.
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Okay.
Can I help him? I mean,
Look
I'm
at
also
all-
advocating for this.
Look at all just trust us line.
Sure,
So that-
sure, give a straight roll, I guess. Sure, give a straight roll.
Okay. That's a nat 1 for a 2. I built Roxanne to not be charismatic. How I'm gonna make this cult, I have no idea.
Well, you watch Ezzy. Please, we have one to begin. Please call Ciara. We have one for her, the doll maker. Yes.
Yeah, by the way, there's also a dead body on this street.
Thank you very much. And he's now your payout. He leans down and pulls up a bag of coins. 10,000 gold pieces for catching the doll maker.
Look, if you don't believe us that he'll
Much
come
appreciated.
back,
What are you trying to say? He is a murderer.
yes.
Then he too must die.
Let's put
Well,
it this way.
first of all, that's a separate issue altogether that I'd rather not get into right now. But if he comes back, he'll be worse.
Okay,
He'll go on killing again. Just
Let's-
find a hole, put him in the hole, put guards around the hole.
So you want me to waste manpower to place a person in the ground so that he does not wake up or does not escape and use magic, when we can simply put him to death and end it all here?
What
Let's
do your
put it this
guards
way.
usually do? Waste their time walking the streets? Isn't that the same?
You are currently wasting my time now.
And what was you doing before we were here? Sitting around eating donuts.
Let's put it this way.
Thank you for the conversation.
This guy.
No. Thank you for the conversation. You have done a service by Rivenworth. Please leave my office. You've been paid. If you
He's basically a warlock. And his patron will bring him back. But we'll leave.
Goodbye. Thank you very
I know
much for your service.
I'm gonna be the
Apologize for
last.
their conduct. Thank you for your time.
I'm gonna
For
be the
time
last.
speak.
I'm gonna be the last one to leave, and before I go out the door, I'm gonna turn around. You'll regret this.
I'm sure.
And I'm gonna
Goodbye.
Slam the door behind me.
That's fine. As you walk out, you just feel this rush of wind. And as you turn around, you see the familiar black leather garb and black hair of Zira Sumfield. She walks in. You watch as she walks in, the blinds then all lower in the office, so you just see the shadow of her as she walks to where you remember Caden's body was. She leans down and touches the body. There's few words are exchanged. And then there's another rush of wind. And she's disappeared.
What if us saying all that stuff about Caden, despite being true, what if they, this city's crazy. What if they do experiments on him?
Well, you should have thought about that before you went shooting your mouth off.
Yeah, Bastion's not going to lose any sleep.
Neither am I. I'm hungry.
Is that Zeltron talking?
Yeah.
No, it's Kaden.
Shut the fuck up, Zeltron.
Whoa. I mean, listen, I know your boyfriend turned out to be an asshole, but listen, don't need to be an asshole
Yeah,
to me.
and your girlfriend's a prostitute, so what do you want to say?
Hey, at least she didn't kill anybody.
No, but at least I didn't have to pay mine to see me.
Mine still didn't kill anybody. I can go fuck her now. Yours is dead. Leave later.
Yeah, no, you don't have any money, you bitch.
He's walking off. He's walking off, not listening.
Zeltron, do not walk away from us. What if you get jumped like last time?
Well,
Yeah, by me.
well, you know how jumping works. You know how
You know how
jumping is
jumping works?
jumping is basically an ambush. So it needs to be more than one person to jump a person.
Really? Because one bullet seemed to do you in pretty well.
Yeah, but I'm still alive, right?
Yeah, you're welcome, by the way.
You know what? You're hungry. I'm hungry. You're not the same when you're hungry. Let's go get something to eat.
What, is this like a Snickers commercial? I take a bite and turn into a woman.
But, actually, I think I'm gonna leave. As I mentioned before, I need to head to Glio. I wrote to my patron, who I assume is Zodius, but I'm not too sure. And he says to look for an obelisk in the snow. There's snow where I live, but there is no obelisk. I've never been to Glio before, but there is snow.
Just to clarify, I did tell them all where I needed to go for the anima, right?
I think you mentioned it in passing, but the picture that you saw is a new.
No, I know the picture's new, but they knew it was in Glile, right?
I believe you said it.
Cool. Just check.
I've wandered this world with no purpose, but now I do, and I will wander it again. Oh, Connor, coming with me. You don't have a choice.
I would have went with you regardless. You're not leaving my side again.
With words on the loose, there's nothing keeping me here in Rivenworth. But perhaps a meal and meeting Yeva at the orphanage is what we should do in the next hour.
Yeah, maybe we should set up the orphanage and then leave, but then the orphanage would be unattended to.
No, it won't.
So
Perhaps
what, we're
not.
gonna have the pacifist guy defend a bunch of children? Like, I know he's good at defending, but how is he gonna ward them off, you know?
Zeltron with a gun.
So you're gonna leave me here while you
I'm
guys
not-
go half across the
I'm not
world?
there, but yeah.
You guys will be
We'll
good. You
figure it
guys
out.
be there in a second. Calm down.
Okay, let's go to Jack in the
Leave the
Box.
police station.
We'll go.
Grab some
We'll
breakfast
get.
burritos on the way.
Yeah, we'll grab some to go,
Okay.
and then we'll make our way there. We'll go through the drive-through. Does anybody want anything?
Okay, so you guys go through McRivenworths. You grab some food, and you guys end up heading over to the orphanage that you guys have acquired.
Who has the key? Last I saw it, it was in my boobs, but
I've got it.
There you go. Yeah.
okay.
Oh, yeah, you did. You
I
did get the key.
Use
Yeah.
thieves' tools.
Yeah.
I'll get in.
But after acquiring your food and going and grabbing some stuff for Yeva and Lotharis, you guys make your way to the orphanage. And Yeva, as you come up with Lotharis and Elliot in the car, you see this beautiful 4-story Victorian style mansion. The roofs are spired. And I'll give you the chance here. What colors would you like the building to actually be?
Green.
Rainbow.
Christmas colors, great. Green
Yeah.
and white.
Green and red.
Okay, it's a green and red.
Brick.
You want brick? You get the
That's-
brick.
Brick.
Oh, red.
Brick's a classic.
Red brick, you know,
Green
red brick,
accents.
green door,
Alright,
green accent.
Yeah, there you go. Red brick, green accents.
nice. It's red brick, a red brick, green accented Victorian mansion, 4 stories. There's a nice large backyard, a good front area that you actually had to drive a little bit of ways to get to. There is as you survey around and look as you drive in, the cobbled pathway, the front lawn area is large enough for you can see as you're driving future children out here running and playing, enjoying themselves. The smell of freshly cut grass. This place is, even though it hasn't been inhabited, it's been well kept. The District of Gilding doesn't like to just leaving foliage and grass to grow all crazy. Like, they trim the hedges. And
So that's like where I live.
you stop and
IRL.
you stop and get out as Elliot says, "Wow, this is huge."
I'll give him the key.
Oh God, please disinfect it first, at least.
Seriously?
Welcome home.
Why does it smell like sweat and blood? Okay, sure. He goes up the staircase and slides in and press down on the door handle and opens. As you open, you're greeted by a large, grandiose vestibule to a foyer, and like it's barren. It's bare. It's not pre-furnished. You would have to deal with that, but the living room area is large. You could see at the bottom that there's a larger corridor that goes straight forward near the backyard. As you can see, some of the rays of the afternoon sun is like pouring in from the back area there, and you could just see as the staircase itself is wooden and the railings are nicely polished. They spiral up, lining up to going up the floors. As you walk in, you look up, you see there is a large little chandelier stained glass piece in the center, and you can see the multiple colors of the sun pouring through the stained glass on the walls. You can see it all, Ava. This place will be beautiful. It's what they deserve.
As I look around downstairs, is there any rooms that aren't like living room, dining room, kitchen?
Yeah, there's more.
I'd like to go and inspect one that looks out over the front of the house, like out the front window.
Like a day room.
Yeah,
Oh.
perhaps.
You walk. You take the left past the staircase, and you can see just a small little door that's cracked open. You can see the sunlight pouring through into this area. You open it, and you are greeted by what you saw from the front area. Just this singular room. It's pretty large. As you can see, all different types of, maybe this could be an art room in the future, you're not sure, but there's like a glass roofing over it and windows that line the front. You can see the front of the area, and as you look forward, you can see the familiar other car that you guys usually drive through. You can see Elovia and Bastion in the front.
Thank you, Kiss. I'm gonna reach through the extendable pouch, taking my precious plant, and I'm gonna put it in the sunlight.
Okay.
Sit next to it.
Alright.
And tend to Latharis. This is the good work we've done.
Certainly a beautiful home.
There are dozens of these kids. Scores. With no place to go. Living on the streets. It's not like Nil Alari. They don't take in any kid that's homeless. They just leave them to try and survive. Latharis, I want to help Viviana. I want to understand the anima. I'm always curious. I'll always study, but...
So what are you trying to say?
This is home. I'm going no further.
You're going to stay here?
Yeah. The people I was with, they're good people, great people. Although erratic. And what they do is for a good cause, but I've never been an adventurer. I've never been... I learned my lesson. I won't stay behind closed doors reading books. But the lesson I learned is that the preservation of life starts with people. I have a job at the hospital. I have kids here. And I've made some friends. I will be able to recruit some people to help to protect this place.
I understand.
I won't ask you to do anything you don't want to, but... And I'm not formally releasing you from apprenticeship. You're not quite done yet. So.
Of course.
But it would be in my interests if you would proceed to travel with that group and help further their ways and look into ways of helping Viviana through the anima, but make your own decisions.
You haven't steered me wrong since I've met you. If this is what you want me to do, fine, I'll do it.
But I want you to choose for you. Don't make choices based on what you think I would do. You've always had a great moral compass.
You're correct, Elovia, Bastion, Volkan, who's delightful, by the way, Rakan, and even that tiefling Zeltrin.
Ah, he's a good one. If a little violent.
They are interesting. I believe, yes, this is probably the next stage of my life. Who knows? Maybe they're showing something I've never seen. I think it would be a great honor to follow them, to protect them.
Well, I've got furniture to buy. Let's see.
Yeah.
And a lot of kids to transport. I'm gonna need a bus. I don't think I'm ready for driving one of those yet.
No. You hit a couple potholes on the way here.
Bastion will manage.
But
It's not other things. But before we do, there is a tradition.
a tradition.
Let's take you for a celebratory meal.
A meal.
I believe you're going to become very, very enamored of a place called the Elegant Bowl. Do you remember back in Nilnar Alari, the patisserie?
Yes.
How they had those windows that looked out on a different scenery every day?
Yes, I love that place actually.
And the Elegant Bowl has the same on the walls, but
Really?
my god, the food is better. They've even got vegetarian options. She made them just for me.
Really?
and the kid here likes it too. What do you think of your new house, Elliot?
This
Fit
is.
everyone in?
Oh yeah. If not, we're gonna force them.
Good. I'll be living with you. Sorry.
Oh great. Okay, here I thought. Never mind. Okay.
You're
All right.
stuck with me, but I'll be in an office. I'll be teaching. I won't be telling you how to live your lives.
If you're gonna be here and staying here, and they're gonna be around, what happens to the detective agency?
Matharis will carry on that work.
So I have to be a detective as well.
Adventurous type. No. Well, yes, that's what they do. They detect and they have personal missions and quests. Elovia, the woman, her daughter has recently gone missing.
Yes.
I would assume that is the next logical step. But yes, I will be staying here, Elliot, and looking out over you guys and making sure that you're done right by. And that you get licenses.
Yeah. Okay. All right. And you hear the front door open as the rest of the military party walks in.
Hey Zoltran.
Yeah.
I'm sure you've done a lot of crime in your time, and you've gotten caught many times.
Oh
Do they normally
yeah.
take a witness? Do they normally take a witness statement?
Well, I believe they took you on merit alone, pretty much.
Interesting. Alright, well. Hey Ava, it's been a while. How was your little trip?
It was good, but I've asked my questions of the animal, and I won't be doing what they asked.
Oh, that's a shame. Well, I'm leaving, by the way.
But you're leaving.
Yeah,
Everything will tell me the same. Where are you going?
Labao. Well, I
hear Elovia saying Labao.
well, out of desperation. Well, first of all, we went to Sebastian. Turns out that he's like even weirder than I had first anticipated. But he said that my daughter was with Words. So we went to go see Words, only to find that, well, there are a bunch of dead warforges and some of them escaped. A lot of them escaped, probably. And then we also found out, well, basically that was a dead end for my daughter, so out of desperation, I went to my patron, asked him where to start with everything, and he said, an obelisk in the snow. There are no obelisks where I'm from, but I know that there's snow in Goliath, so I'm going to go investigate.
How obelisky did that picture look, Mr. DM?
Hella obelisky.
Do you remember the animal
Right.
asked me to go to Belial? To a tower.
That's not an obelisk, though.
However, in the picture that I've seen of it now, in the words of God, it looks hella obelisky. Yes, I think that perhaps you might want to take a look at it. It might be a starting point, not to mention the animal offered an airship for travel to get you there quickly.
Oh. Yeah, well, if I don't find it in Goliath, I'm going to travel the rest of the world until I get back to Leshia, where I will start again.
You hear
So
that, Latharis?
that is a
Travel
good
the
place to
world.
start. I've done it before, I can do it again.
I, however, would like to stay here. But my apprentice, Latharis, would very much like to go with you, if you would have him.
Yeva, what is the enemies' interest in this obelisk?
There's a crystal inside that will help them open a second haven. Whether you guys retrieve the crystal or not, whether you help the animal or not, is entirely up to you, but it bears looking at. Besides, telling them you'll help them will at least garner you the airship to get there quickly.
If
Oh,
if that's where your daughter is, if that's where we'll find her, Maybe that's where we'll find words. Maybe he wants the crystal as well.
Well, I don't think my daughter is there. It's just that my patron says that that's where I should start looking. And, well, frankly, my patron has not led me astray, so I would need to follow his word. Also, in my summary, I almost forgot to tell you. He didn't ever burn as the doll maker.
Yeah, Bastian mentioned over the sendy thingy phony disky.
Message Jim.
Yes, sure. All of those and the above. Rokan, that must have been difficult.
Yeah, he threw up a few times.
Yeva, can I speak to you privately for a moment?
Of course. And I'll lead him into that little office. That's not so little with the glass roof and my plant.
Sure. If you're going to...
Box.
Oh.
I'll gesture for a box for you to sit on. I'm assuming that's all there
I
is.
mean, I would just stand.
Okay, I will sit.
If you are staying in the city, I need you to do something for me.
Possibly.
And then to TLDR this, I'm going to tell him about what I found out, because I really don't want to explain it again.
That you are but a instance.
But a pawn in a chess game, yes. And
You say there are others.
yes, Caden is possibly one of them.
And Caden displayed unusual magics, did he not?
He does. However, I fear he's been more influenced by his god than I have been.
I will look into this at the same time as helping pursue Jethro at this end and working at the hospital and looking after these kids, but
That's a long list.
officers,
I don't want you to look into it. That's not what I'm asking for.
what do you want?
I've already stirred up a bit of a rally already in the city. I need you to continue spreading the word for me. Of me. And you don't need to, I don't want you to try and convert people, just tell them of my ideals and
Let's preach the truth. I will continue to do so.
yes, but do not by any means mention my father or about preaching to him.
I will still tell the ways of the old gods, but I'll tell the ways.
Yeva, if you still preach him, I will not exist, and I'm already worried that me doing this will still cause me to cease to exist.
I've told the stories of the old gods for 1600 years, and you haven't died yet.
Because this hasn't happened before, to my knowledge.
I convert no one to the beliefs of the old gods. I only tell of who they were, as a history. Your father, as a history. I will talk of you as a future.
If you teach people about my father, then I have no hope. I'm not gonna stay here and try and convince you. I just hope that you do the right thing, and then I'm gonna walk out.
Okay. I'll come out too, and I'll approach Bastian.
Yes.
Bastian, will you be traveling with Elovia?
Yes. There's nothing keeping me in Ravenworth.
Good. I should let you know I spoke to the Anima about the Warforged.
Yes.
They are not against the Warforged, nor do they have any reason to remove old technologies. In fact, they called you a wonder of magic. Isn't that a nice phrase? It is my belief that if you have fear of those who escaped, the Warforged who escaped, it may be worth telling the Anima. But it's up to you. But they do not seek to abolish the Warforged, at least.
That is good to know. I feared with that philosophy wanting my kind gone would be more consistent.
Me also. But I'm glad they didn't.
Biologicals are not always consistent.
No, we are not.
Well,
And he'll kill me for saying this because Lotharis is as much of a protector as I, but protect him in return.
you'll have my shield.
I don't have an axe, sadly.
No, you don't.
Fix that.
What's the country with an axe but no one has an axe? Oh well.
Yeah, and then I will turn to the guys, and there is one favor I would like to ask, although Alovia, I know you must be in a hurry. I wonder if you might delay for a couple of hours. And in that couple of hours, I will talk to Zitash and see if I can secure you this airship.
Well, I still gotta pack up, so I wasn't
Perhaps we might
sticking
have
to
a meal,
it.
but I could also do with Bastion's assistance in transporting a large number of children.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Okay. And
What's our chance of finding a bus?
Rakan?
Yeah, I want to talk to. Is Elliot's around, right?
Yeah, I'm here. What's up?
Okay, great. I want to talk to you. Why don't you show me where your bedroom is?
Oh,
I don't know yet. There's so many
don't tell him.
bedrooms in here. I'm not sure.
Well, you get the first pick.
Can I hear this?
Give me a perception check.
Oh,
Because I mean, like,
You know, eavesdropping's rude, you know.
yeah, well, have a whole natural 2 of perception plus 7.
Nope.
My natural perception's fucking 17. Come on now. Am I fucking deaf? Also, I mean, like, yeah, I don't know where they are, but
Yeah. That's
don't be fucking dead. That's all I'm saying. Don't be fucking dead.
That's part of it. So you guys will walk. You guys are gonna. You guys will walk upstairs. I like being high. Because he keeps walking upstairs. You know, altitude. What are you talking about, Rick? What's wrong with you, Rakan?
Nothing. I thought altitude too.
Okay, you just made a weird face. I wasn't sure what you were insinuating.
Oh, I was just passing wind. Sorry.
Oh, that's what that is? I thought just the house was old.
No.
God. Oh, it's disgusting. Jesus. Oh.
Anyways.
Okay, he begins to walk you up the to the 4th floor. You guys continue up. He goes through the different doors. So, what's up? What did you want to talk about? I'm assuming you want to talk about something.
Yeah. So I'm gonna just sit on the floor, like cross legs. I'm gonna like tap the floor in front of me for him to sit down.
Okay. He sits down all non-gracefully. He just kind of plops down. What's up?
What do you know about the gods?
Nothing.
You're still young. Do you remember before being on the streets?
No. What are you getting at? What's up?
Well, your magic is unusual.
Well, I am gifted. According to Ava.
According to Yave, indeed.
Your stomach hurts or something? Are you alright? Or
Yeah, I'm fine. I mean, I just had a shit ton of ye old McDonald's, so you know.
oh, yeah, those things really they run through you, man. It's not good.
it's Jack in the Box. Come on.
I just be careful when using your magic.
Yeah, I know. Caused the accident. It's how we all met. Remember? I'm being more careful. Ava said he's gonna give me a license, so I can practice without worrying
He
about
already has a
anything.
license.
Oh, you're right. I forgot about that. It's been a while.
Just
So I can blow
Okay.
shit up if I want to.
yeah, but the world's changing, and I don't know if my hunch is right or not, but just be careful.
Okay. All right. Sure. I'll be careful, weirdo.
Great. And can you do me a favor?
What?
When you get a chance, could you just like throw a few fireballs at Yeva? Keep him on his toes.
Yeah, sure.
Especially if he starts mentioning Plutarch.
Oh, yeah, I could do that.
Great, thank you.
No problem. Huh. You
I hope you'll be happy here.
I hope so too. It's a really nice and big place.
Well, I should probably join back with the others.
I guess so. Well, and as you start to walk away, tell me, Rakan, do you hear it also? We'll take a break.
What the fuck?
Caveman.
Hello, we're back. We last left off. Rakan and Elliot were having a conversation. As you began to walk down the staircase, you heard Elliot say, "Hey, Rakan, do you hear it too?"
I'm stopping dead in my tracks. What?
Do you hear it also?
Hear what?
That bird outside? It's really loud. Oh my god.
Yeah. The bird.
Yeah.
Let's keep going, shall we?
Sure, let's go downstairs. I'm pretty sure you're able to get worried for no reason.
You dick.
Oh, James is burning a hole in me.
As I think it's just mad until he hears it. I'm sticking by my theory. As we get downstairs, I'm gonna walk up to Zeltrin.
What's up?
I want to apologize for earlier. I shouldn't have lashed out at you like that.
Yeah.
It wasn't fair.
Water under the bridge. I shouldn't have talked about your boyfriend like that.
Well, I don't fully know what qualifies as a boyfriend, but
Did you kiss him?
No.
Oof. Well,
Shouldn't that be a good thing?
I was planning on taking your advice to the next time I see him to just do it, but then the next time I saw him wasn't a great time.
Yeah, you also threw up too. That wasn't nice.
No, yeah.
Also, Lovia, some people like dangerous shit, you know? You know, some people like a man with a gun, and some people like a man who, can eviscerate people, you know?
Excuse me, that's why Volcon married me.
She's right. She's right. When I saw her tear into this bear, the bear that she's wearing currently, I knew that was it. Love at first sight. I couldn't fight that. Well, there you go.
Maybe
Oh,
I'll
fuck you, Zeltrin, for your sexist statement.
Well, maybe I'll still find out before I turn into. Fuck, what's my dad's name?
Plutarch?
Plutarch, yeah.
Thank you, Ava.
Before I turn back into Plutarch.
Yeah. So, what are we doing now? I'm full. So we gotta go get the kids, right? Little shits.
Yeah, I mean, we'll skip on the lunch, right? And we'll just go bust the kids, and then we can fuck off to Glycerus.
Well, the place we're going. Yeah, a lot of you said that there's snow there. So it's going to be cold, right?
Yeah.
Not the
And-
most.
I need to buy like something to wear.
Just for qualification here, who am I playing?
Not Yeva.
Who you tell me? Who are you playing right now?
Yeah, I mean, like, to be honest, Javer and Latharis will both come along for the bus ride, and then it's Latharis from there onwards.
Okay.
But yeah, I guess Javer would say goodbye, so I don't know. I'll just play both.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, I need to buy a coat.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
we'll
can.
use
That's simple. Quick Trip doesn't. Oh, I'm doing it in Zoltan's voice. The Quick Trip doesn't really. Either way. Anytime you go to the clothes shop and grab some. You guys are pretty much flush with cash currently.
Yeah. Latharis is going to be very picky. Like, he wants, like, a proper fur coat. Like, it's got to look good.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, he's not happy. He's a vain little shit.
Mm-hmm. So, sir, what exactly are you looking for?
White fur, floor length.
White fur, floor length. Simple.
Yes, with a hood. Yes, I want to look like a man of the Night's Watch.
That is also one of my favorite movies. Well, shows. He will go ahead and finds this beautiful, beautiful coat that will it's nice, and the fur is like, it kind of like, if you he has like a hood that kind of goes up and it poofs out slightly, and the it's a long, nice floor length coat. Inside the lining is a beautiful supple like wolf's fur.
Beautiful. That is perfect, thank you.
You're welcome, sir. Anything else for anyone else?
Do you have anything vegan?
Excuse me, what?
I need something to keep me warm, but I don't want it to be from the carcass of an innocent animal that you slaughtered.
Oh, understand. He goes to the back and pulls out this. It's this nice little. It's a nice little cloak, but as he brings it forward, he sets it down. This will be a bit more expensive, but this one has a constant enchantment on it for providing warmth.
How much is it?
Oh, this will be 400 gold pieces.
You know, what happened to the days where people would do things out of the kindness of their own heart for their fellow men?
Well, property costs rose, taxes rose. I have a family to feed.
And just like that, community dies, I guess.
I assume so, sir. But
Sad. It's sad.
But my pockets are not sad. Would you like the cloak or no?
Can we afford it?
Probably.
Then yes, I will take him.
I mean, also, to be
400,
fair,
right?
wool.
Yeah,
they don't
400.
slaughter the animal to get
Alright.
the wool, so you can just do wool.
Wait, what question?
They don't slaughter the animal to get wool from sheep or alpacas or llamas, so you could just get something out of wool and it doesn't involve an animal dying. Just getting a haircut.
I'll stick to the enchantment cloak.
Bastion, as you say that, the the proprietor looks at you. Yes, you stick with the cloak, and hands
Sorry
it to you.
for affecting your profit margins, sir.
And you hand the 400 gold pieces. Please enjoy your cloak.
Thank you, and I hope that in the near future you do a generous and kind act just for the sake of it, because the world could do with more people like that.
Surely. Make a persuasion check.
You know, lying's a sin.
Good thing I'm an atheist.
According to the Judeo-Christian God.
That's a 13.
That's it. He, 1 second. I gotta roll something here. Yeah. He kind of. What is your name?
My name is Rokan.
If I'm not wrong here, you're the one who created ruckus at the library.
Well, some may call it ruckus. I believe that we should be more generous to each other as people. I believe that that there shouldn't be a I'll do this as long as you do something for me mentality that this city seems to have.
I can understand where you're coming from, but at the same time, this is what put food on my family's table.
Yes, but if everyone believed the same way I did, then your food would still be on your table. In fact, everyone's food would be on everyone's table.
So you're going to break down an entire structure so that people just do things out of the kindness of their heart.
Well,
I think it's called reform.
yeah, changes don't happen overnight. And in order to do better things, one needs to start somewhere. Ye old Rome weren't built in it.
Very ambitious of you. Oh, I hope you will inform me of your progress on this reform.
I will, and I hope you think about what I said. The world could use more good people in it. And you seem like a good person to me.
I used to be. But struggles and
Sorry, you said you had a child.
yes, I have 3.
Yes. What would they think if their father was admitting they weren't a good person? Is that a good role model to set? To not be kind and generous and share what you have with others that are less fortunate?
Twist the guild screws.
I don't think my... Did Lothar say that?
That's the course. Good here.
I don't think my children will care, especially when they receive their toys on Twilight Dawn.
I suppose I believe that morals are a better gift than toys.
Give me another persuasion check.
Jesus.
Most biological children would disagree.
You're correct, Bastion.
That's a 15. Can't reach.
Maybe I have become a bit more darker than I used to be. Maybe there's something to what you said. I'll think about it.
I'm gonna put my hand on his shoulder. I'm gonna look him in the eyes because eye contact is important. I didn't start this conversation to guilt you or badger you, just to merely get you to give it another thought. I'll leave you alone now. Have a good day. I hope you and your family are well.
Okay. Give me a straight charisma roll with advantage here.
With advantage. Ooh. Oh god. Okay. Wait. Oh god. Thank God this is advantage.
Guidance. Lotharius will pat you on the shoulder.
That's a 17.
Was that with the guidance?
What?
With the guidance? Lotharius gave you guidance. Quick
D4.
quick pass.
A D4.
Yeah.
What did I say just then?
17.
17.
Plus a 3.
Okay.
Day 20.
He looks you over once more, and he looks into your eyes, and you feel a slight connection. Suddenly, it's just like a bit of an awakening. As he kind of, you see, blinks. Oh, I think I understand. I haven't felt this way in quite a while. In terms of, I've been so focused on work and the rat race. There is a lot of suffering. I'll do better. I'll try and do better.
All we can do is try.
You're right. I'm sorry. I think I need to take a little bit of a break. If you all come here again, you'll receive a discount.
That is incredible.
Fuck happened? Like, I was having connection issues.
I've got my first follower.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you. That is incredibly generous of you. It will not go unnoticed. Thank you so much. If there's anything I can do for you, please do not hesitate to ask.
My name is Royce.
It's good to meet you, Royce.
And I assume everyone has concluded their business. As the man kind of he helps walk you out, and you watch he close the door and turns over the back in 30 minutes sign. You guys step out. Rakan, yes, you felt that connection and realized that you kind of opened this man's eyes on a different level you thought you wouldn't be able to. You've acquired a new follower. What is everybody else doing?
Yeah, the Thoris is kind of going to turn to Rakan. You preach a good talk. Your beliefs, they make a lot of sense. And you're very
Well,
persuasive.
Lotharis, your voice changed.
Sorry, what was that?
Your voice changed.
Yeah, that's... Well, did it? From when? From... Oh, right, yes. From
30 minutes ago?
Yeah, okay. Right, from Kira playing a
He's
lot.
so strange. Do you have that actor feet?
Yeah, no, you speak well of a good cause. That's all he was going to say.
Alright. We have cold weather clothing. I believe we are going to bus children across town. Was it the next thing on the docket? Excuse me.
By the way,
Been hitting
I
the
can
head.
barely hear some people because Duckbot is ear raping me,
Oh,
and I'm having to use mobile because my fucking internet is shitting itself, and I don't know how to turn Duckbot off.
okay. Let me. Oh, damn! I can't really turn the button.
You should be able to turn down individual people in
I'm
Discord.
sorry, Miyago, but you're the one person that I can't hear next to Yeva.
You should be able to turn down Dockington if you manually click on it.
I tried.
Unless it's time to go a cappella.
Yeah, it just
Yeah, you
opens
can alter
the
user
stream.
volumes. Right click.
She's on mobile.
How do I right click?
Oh shit, you're right. You're right. I'm sorry. How do you right click on mobile?
You just hold. You click and hold on it.
Oh.
Oh no,
You,
here. I had to close it.
Cut your palm, you bleed on the screen a little bit, you invoke the name of Shebernigdo.
And Paul.
Yeah, sorry about that, guys.
It's
I
all
don't know
good.
why I feel like Discord. It's Discord's fault because that happened to somebody else earlier.
It's all good.
Yeah, the call.
You're here now. So what are we doing now, my party? Gonna get the bus, right?
Yeah.
Acquiring a bus is gonna be a little harder.
Can we just take multiple trips?
Yeah, you can make multiple trips.
Like, you can fit like 6 kids in the back of a sedan if we care enough. 2 in the
Yeah, we have
trunk.
2 cars.
If we care enough. Yeah, you can. You guys can. You guys take the time. You take the 2 cars. Now with enough drivers. Lothar is like closely watching Yeva. or Lovey, whoever, and you guys managed to get all the kids from the low hang back to the district of gilding. All of them kind of jumping around and in the back, but they're a little bit more. They're really excited, but they're also just looking around in awe because they've never really been to the district of gilding ever. Taking Elliot there was the first time they've actually truly been to, like, one of them has gone to the district of gilding. But you take them.
Bastion, while driving them, is going to keep explaining to them the importance of brushing their teeth.
Nice. I'm gonna give a luck check on that one to see if they actually encapsulate that.
Oh yeah. What am I rolling?
No, I did it. I rolled it for them.
Oh, okay. Okay, good.
I assume Bastion's explanation of it is impeccable. Okay, you're so much to your surprise, they all kind of, as you're explaining, they actually sit down and shut up, and they listen to you, and like as you're performing some of the actions, they follow along with you. You feel okay. I think they're gonna be sans cavities for the rest of their lives. To tell you, I rolled a natural 20 on that little roll there, and I was like, okay, all these kids will have perfect teeth for the rest of their lives. But you bring them back to the district, and you bring them to the mansion, to the orphanage, and you let them out. And as you let them out, they immediately sprint across the front yard. Some of them performing magical feats, but they're running around like maniacs currently. It's just a cacophony of children yelling nonsensical things.
I hope they cause him hell.
You see as Java is kind of like watching them, and you see that he's kind of like moving around trying to, albeit slowly, to try and corral them around, but he still wants them to. You see that there's a look of contentment and happiness on his face as they're maneuvering and just jumping around, and you can see that he's going to really enjoy teaching these children, showing them, art, music, all sorts of things that they wouldn't learn any other way. Congratulations, you guys have made the orphanage.
Watching them like run around and stuff like that, Rakan's gonna cry a little bit and then like stop himself.
You sitting there, like Zelchin walks next to you. Oh, you're trying to act tough now? Let it out.
I don't see you crying.
I don't cry. Just like a regular man, I suck my tears back into my tear ducts, and I deal with my shit in silence.
Oh,
Hey.
you weren't about toxic masculinity.
Yeah, don't hold it in.
What exactly is a man? Please tell me.
I don't know what you're talking about. Listen, Arkan, I'm just saying you don't have to hold it in. You worked real hard for this.
We did. And I can't believe you actually did something good.
I know, right? That's crazy. Here, I thought I was just going around going all through Riverworth, shooting shit up, and well, now look at you. I am technically a foster father for kids. And you see his face, he goes like a 1,000-yard stare, and now he's having an existential crisis. And you watch as oh God, I'm a foster father to kids. And then he starts to cry.
I'm just gonna give him a hug.
He cries into you. You hear him kind of sniffle. The snot goes on your shirt and your cloak. He's oh God, I gotta shoot something.
Okay, alright, as he's talking, as I'm hugging him, I'm gonna whisper in his ear, what happened to sucking the tears up into your tear ducts, bitch?
He looks up at you. I had a roll for him real quick.
Oh no, is he gonna shoot me?
That's another natural 20. You watch as he looks at you, the tears, you watch as something rise up his cheeks. There you go.
Good job, Daddy-O.
Yes, right, damn it. Fix his jacket. Alright. So what now?
Who do we
Slumpy,
contact on the airship?
are you gonna come with us?
I mean, would you rather I come with you guys, or would you rather I stay here and watch the kids and stay with Yeva?
I don't know,
Oh,
you're-
that's boring.
No, come with us. It'll be an adventure. We'll have fun.
I already like him more. I've met like a few elves in my life, but you know what? As opposed to the last one,
Yeah, Yeva's kind of dry, right?
1600 years, he does not hold a candle to you. I like you.
I've spent 480 years with him.
And you haven't
Is that
killed
how
yourself?
old you are?
No, I'm 509, 10, something like that. No, I haven't killed him. I swore an oath of pacifism, so I've just quietly sabotaged him.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
10 years.
That's that
I nearly
that
killed his plant once, though.
oh, that's pretty much like killing him actually.
I came close.
But you know what? I like you got that long, deep-seated burn. It's that slow burn that takes a while.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's nice. That's nice.
So we're going to Goliath?
Yeah, I think we're going to Cloud, right?
Hmm.
Yeah.
I've been there once, but many, many, many years ago.
Myself as well.
Well, I should get a toboggan.
You should definitely get a coat. Start with that. You tieflings don't cope well with the cold weather.
True.
Well, they're beautiful though.
All right. I'll go get a coat real quick. I guess on the way to. Oh, what are we gonna do about the detective agency? Are we gonna move our stuff here to the orphanage, or are we gonna keep two separate places?
Yeva implied that he was gonna at least man it from there. He said something about a secretary.
Secretary. Okay.
He has
All
his
I have
own
is here.
ideas.
Wasted backpack.
All right. We got the car. We just need the means. So we're gonna go talk to without getting the Glial.
I believe that I need to go back to the library.
You want to read now?
No, that is where the contact is for the airship.
Oh.
Actually, speaking of reading, I think I want to pick up some books for the trip.
We could get some travel books. Yeva mentioned you guys had some friends at a bookshop.
Yeah,
It's not like we can
an old
borrow.
lady.
Okay. Yeah. Can we head to the Dusty Bookshelf?
Sure. I'm following you guys.
Travel guide and the map is sounding really good right now.
Sure. You guys make your way over to the bookshop, and you see Marion Fletcher behind the desk here. You come in this time, and you see now it's still really clean, but now she's got some nice little lighting in here now. You see she's got like these little stained glass like little like light lamp coverings that's kind of like filtering over through the walls. It's a nicer, warmer feeling. You see that this shop was actually always pretty nice.
Pardon me, ma'am, but the name on the shop doesn't make a huge amount of sense. The bookshelves are anything but dusty.
Yes, thanks to a nice man, Mr. Adelin, he showed me a kindness, and well, I figured it was time for me to clean up my act. And she looks and she sees Olivia. Oh dear, you're here today.
Hello. I'm going to need your services once more.
Yes, what would you need?
I need a book about gods.
Oh, and you have a dog. I didn't think you'd be the pet, but fine. I have a book of gods, sure. Now, are you looking for something in particular, or?
Well, I guess it would fall more along the lines of mythology than gods. I'm looking for, is Cassiopeia Greek or Roman?
Cassiopeia was Greek, I believe.
Yeah, Greek. I'm looking for Greek mythology.
Okay.
God, my sister would have shanked me the moment I said that.
She walks past around the desk, and you see she goes to the bookshelf a little bit further, it's a little bit closer to the front area, and you see the lights, like sunlight still pouring in, late afternoon sun, and she reaches up and boop, picks a book up. It's a little slightly thicker, thick red leather bound book, and she hands it to you. Of course, darling, free of charge as usual. You've helped me out so much. But here's the book you're looking for.
Thank you. And I believe my companions are also looking for something else.
How can I help? Are you looking for anything?
I wondered if you had a travel book and a guide for Goliath.
Okay, yes, we have that. She points over to the rack to the right. It's right next to you, Latharis. You just see the small little guy. It has a picture of a snowy mountain, and it has a picture of a snowy mountain like in the backdrop, and in the front you see this nice little town picture that shows like Glathhaven and things like that. That will be the travel guide for Glyle.
Fantastic, thank you very much. That's all for me.
Sorry. Oh no, it was completely off topic. Continue.
I'm gonna be like walking around the bookshop, like looking on shelves. I'm looking for a romance novel.
Dear, what type of romance novel are you looking for? You see her eyes perk up. She's a little. She's getting a little happy. Pretty much.
I've just experienced some heartache.
I'm sorry, dear.
That's okay. So I suppose it's to help get over that.
Well, I have just the thing. And she just puts like a little hand on your arm and just says, "I'll get it from my personal collection." She goes to the back. You hear her slightly rustle around, and she brings out this book. It's this nice. It has like a nice green cover. It's a dark, deep green cover, and it clasps in the front. But it's small enough to slightly put in your. It's small enough to put inside into your pocket or anything. She puts it over. Please, this one is quite good. Do you?
What's the title?
It's called The Lover's Quarrel.
Oh, Jesus Christ. What's it about?
It's about this girl, Esmeralda, falling in love with a halfling. Her family doesn't really want her to date outside of the family. However, they've decided to date behind the parents' back. Unfortunately, the halfling does something unforgivable. I don't want to spoil it. They end up in this huge fight. See, the woman herself was pretty strong in magic. The halfling was more of a brute, but a little roguish fellow. But it got into a pretty disastrous fight. Some people were hurt in this. Moving on, they end up growing further and further apart. Now, if I were to go any further, it'd be a bit more spoilers. Do you want it to spoil it for you?
I just love the fact that she said, "I don't want to spoil it for you," and then proceeded to lay out the plot of the book.
But there's more to it.
I mean, would Rockhan want to? Because I'm a stickler for spoilers. Yeah, spoil it, mama.
Then you wouldn't. Then I'll take the book back. You wouldn't want to read it then.
Well, I'm curious to how a book about a failed relationship would help me.
Well, so I want to spoil it now. So you watch as she gets in the full fangirl mode. So the halfling, Jankor, right? He goes ahead. He ends up they're fighting. In the midst of the fight, he ends up trying to throw a dagger at her. The dagger misses. hits her brother in the heart. Brother falls and dies. So it ends up causing a complete and utter war between the two families. He runs off.
Bastion close enough to hear any of this.
Yeah, you can hear.
Yeah, and
I was
Lazarus
gonna
is
put his
ready
hand
to
on his
finish
Rakan's shoulder and be like, "We often learn much more from our mistakes than we do from our victories."
But
It's a great book.
yes. And the scene in chapter 12, oh my god.
Oh, I know.
Oh.
Although this might be nonsense, you might learn nothing.
Underneath the gazebo in the moonlight and the blossoms.
Bastion, he might not learn, but he'll enjoy. It's the journey.
He'll feel.
He will.
I'm sorry.
Productive at all.
It seems that the story is about a relationship that gets broken and then gets back together. I don't think I'll be going back.
But let me get to the end.
Okay, I'm
Everyone
sorry.
dies.
Okay.
So, after all that, under the gazebo, they end up having another fight. Almost killing each other. In the midst of those moments, as they're both beginning to fade, in that tiredness, they realize that love is a bit more important. What has happened? They ended up getting together anyway and running away. Now,
You see,
that's the first book. Book 2 and book 3, oh my god. Oh my god.
Rokan, I'm just letting you know. Depending on the person, if you're like Volkan, fighting can be seen like a bit of foreplay.
Yes. She has a main right hook.
We'll get him all through. We'll get him all through.
I don't think this book is for me, and I don't think me hitting Caden would make it any better. Do you have any stories of moving on?
I believe so. I usually don't subscribe to that. I'm sorry, but I think I do have something. You can tell she's a pretty lonely woman. She's a pretty lonely woman. She goes back and gets out another book, and this one is quite dusty. She moves it over, and she hands it to you. This is called The Sparrow's Flight.
And what's it about? With the least amount of spoilers, please.
Well, least amount of spoilers, but that's kind of the whole plot. So
Well, what does the blurb say?
no. So usually reading the blurb, it is about a relationship. There's a woman and man relationship. However, through a little bit of strife in terms of she's a bit above his station, and it turns into a bit of an unrequited love. And unfortunately, the male protagonist has to accept that he can never be with her.
Lucius, is that you?
It is if the gods ordained it.
Sparrow's Flight, you say?
Mm-hmm.
I think I will give that a read, thank you. And not to sound heterophobic, do you have any gay stories?
Oh, Sparrow's Flight? Yeah. They're gay. They're both male, both men.
Retcons.
Both men, retcons. Just for you.
Yeah, I will take the sparrow's flight. Thank you so much. Your husband must be very lucky to have you. And your knowledge of books. Yes, that would do great. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, dear.
I'm gonna use my cloak to like wipe it.
Yeah, but Tiz, I believe I'll give the Lover's Quarrel my 20th read.
Don't worry, you'll find someone to argue with and make up and run away with one of these days. It's never too late.
Go have
Never
a coffee
get
with
it.
Mr. Adellan.
Age is but a number.
Mr. Dillon he's attractive, he's handsome.
Oh, well then.
He's also very well read.
This is very
He
true.
also has no personality traits.
He has some. They're just not appealing.
Well, most protagonists don't.
I wonder if you would like to read The Lover's Quarrel with me.
Well, I think you know what to do.
I think so. I thank you. I'll definitely give it a shot.
As this is going on, Lotharis is walking out going, oh, he's going to kill me.
Yes, he is.
It's just going to head out.
So you got your books. You have set Yeva up on a date, and you got your...
The library.
Yeah, you drive to the library.
And yeah, Lotharis is just going to be studying whoever's driving. But probably Bastian at most points, I guess. I'm assuming Alovia's driving the... No, we left the other car with Yeva, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, good. We gave him the shit car, right?
Pretty sure you guys did.
Yeah.
Good.
Not sure if we're taking the car with us on the airship or not.
No, but we need to get to the library, right? So.
Mm.
Make your way to the library, and you guys see Zathas in there. Well, at least Rakan and
I think it might be
Lotharis.
best if I go in alone, no?
It's up to you.
I mean, I'd probably stay in the car and start. I mean, I don't know how long it takes to read the book, but I'd start reading the book.
I'll turn to the guys. I'll go in alone, but I may call for you soon. You ever gave me one of these, and I'll sort of wave a message gem around.
Pin it to the collar.
Do you mind if I use it?
I imagine.
What
it
if
would
we
be
said
very
yes?
useful.
Then I wouldn't.
Reconnaissance is wise.
But intruding on one's thoughts can be distracting. I just want to, courtesy is. Anyway, I'll go in. And I'll head into the library.
Okay. You enter in, and Lotharis, you see Zathas standing behind the desk.
Twice in a day.
Where's Mr. Adellan?
Mr. Adellan will be remaining behind. He has an orphanage to take care of now. However, I have come to take you up on the offer of the animal. We will go to Galau, and we will look at this tower. I make no promises as to whether we will retrieve the crystal, but I will do my best to convince my companions that we should.
That is amazing news.
Well, I'm a persuasive type. How quickly can you commandeer that airship? I will be honest with you. It is not our only mission in Galau, and one of my friend's children is in danger.
I am sorry to hear that.
It was, however, a large factor in persuading them to go to Galau, so...
Well, we can facilitate you travel to get to the airship, no problem, by teleportation.
Excellent. My companions are outside. We have a car that we'll need to deposit. Where do we need to depart from?
You can leave from here.
Excellent. How are they for long-term parking outside this library?
Yeah, we validate. It's all good.
Okay, yeah. I mean, we'll let Yeva know where the car is. He can pick it up.
This ain't the low hang. You're not gonna get robbed.
Yeah, I'll send a message through to probably to Alovia, and say, I've secured us the airship. We can travel immediately.
So have it stopped at the detective agency.
It's fine. Yeva will sort it out.
We probably
Well, no,
should
like all
lock it off.
there.
Oh, you guys have things there?
I don't.
I will let Zeta
No, but roleplay wise, we probably should have stuff there.
Well, I'll let Satash know. You can take a trip via the detective agency, pick up your stuff. Perhaps you could even leave the car there and get transport from there via one of those trekker cars? Was that what he called them? I don't know. He said something about cars you could hire.
Terror cars, yes.
Yes. Okay. Well, yeah. And in the meantime, I mean, I'm in a library. I'm happy enough as it is. I'll wait.
Very well. We'll head back, grab everything we need,
Mhm.
and take a taxi to the airport like normal people.
Nice. You guys,
The library.
you guys make your way back to the Unsung Detective Agency. You guys hop out and. So, what exactly do we need for this? Do we? What do you have left to pack? I'll help you pack.
I guess for Elovia would just be like clothing mostly. Whatever other knickknacks she left.
McCann's packing a telescope.
No, Rockhand's not put the book down.
Oh, okay.
He's enamored.
It is. Do you need to get anything, Bastion?
He's always got his stuff in his rucksack like a soldier that's always on the move. He never expects to sleep in the same place twice.
Oh, actually, like, Rockhand's not, like, reading in the car anymore. He's, like, followed you guys out, but he's still reading. So he's just, like, slowly trailing behind and, like, walking in a circle in the hallway. Just reading.
I know what I want to grab. Who has Jethro's note?
You? I don't know.
I don't have it. I would probably.
You
I would
cannot?
have remembered saying I put it in my boobs, but I never did say that. So
I'm not sure. I think actually you guys gave it to Viviana. I don't think Viviana gave it back. So I would assume it's on her desk.
Oh, that could be. Yeah.
okay, yeah. So what does the note say again?
Shit, I gotta go back that far.
Lamau.
Lamau. Because this is the note you're talking about. That
I've got it.
you got it. Nice.
Changing the air. Okay, this is not verbatim, but basically says there's a change in the air. Hear a sound buzzing. It's beckoning to call to action. I try to ignore it, but I can't. Saw on the roof of the agency, looking at the stars. Follow this feeling. That's the TLDR version.
All right. Shit. And then I feel like there should be notes that we should be taking with us. Anybody have a bag of holding?
Who has a bag of holding?
That'd be me in the
All
library.
right, let's. I'm gonna shove the
Oops.
entire filing cabinet into it.
Yeah, I'm in the library, but sure.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
Take
let's just
filing
say
cabinet.
I'll lend it to you for the purpose of collecting stuff. It was Yavis anyway.
Okay, yeah. I know that there were a bunch of files, and I want to take as many as possible.
We'll
that
take all
kind
the
of,
important ones, DM.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. That relates to what we're doing.
I'll just make a custom item filing cabinet. Yeah, I mean it's safe to say that we'll just take as many things as we can.
Yeah. But yeah, that's the main thing I wanted to grab.
Okay. All right. So we have to take this entire filing cabinet.
Yes. Actually, sorry. One more thing. I want to go into Viviana's room because we never looked through there, right?
Not really, no.
Okay. I'll
Okay.
take a little gander.
Okay.
I'm looking for more notes, whether it's on cases or like maybe a journal on what goes on in her day-to-day life.
Okay. All right. Give me an investigation check.
We never went in there. Does this mean we're gonna find a bunch of like level
Yeah, but-
1 quests that we just never?
Yava went in there. But it's
I
not-
couldn't
Yellow
find
bodies.
shit.
Hundreds of bodies.
Hundreds of bodies. What was your check? I'm sorry.
7, but it would be hilarious if there were just hundreds of bodies and Elovia just didn't notice it because of that shitty ass roll.
Just walking over them.
Um,
Can't
the
so
rug is really
crunchy here.
comfy.
Yeah, you don't find much in here. This is mostly where she just came to sleep. All her work was done inside of the office, Mostly she.
Okay, then I'll go look there.
Okay. Give me the investigation check.
That's an 8. Jesus Christ, I'm rolling terribly.
You should have been a rogue, goddammit. Yeah, no, nothing. You've picked clean this place, as far as you feel.
No, I haven't. Alright, I guess I have no other choice other than to ask Rakan, because I know that Rakan slept in Jethro's room. Earth to Rakan. Gonna like try to snap him out of his trance of reading.
What?
When you went into Jethro's room, were there any notebooks? Like really personal stuff, I mean.
End of page 1. No. I don't remember looking for any.
Okay.
I mean, the only thing I found was the telescope, the hidden bit behind the wall where the book was. Yeah, I don't think I found anything else.
Alright. I'm gonna take one last look in Jethro's room, and then that'll be it.
Investigation check.
Times the charm.
That's a 15.
15. Looking through the room, you end up tearing through it sensibly. You check the walls for any false walls, any loose bricks. You leave no stone unturned. You find nothing.
Alright. God damn it. So no indication that he ever used magic either.
No indication. No.
Alright. Plot armor.
Plot armor, no. You just turning through the wall, turning through the room. Volcano was, honey, we gotta go. The taxi's waiting.
Right. Okay.
Anybody want to do anything else?
Just for reference, Latharis is standing in the middle of the library, having discovered this drift globe that Jade has given him, and it's just spinning around him in circles as it lit up, and he's thoroughly excited by it. That's all you see. He's probably reading a book as well because he's, ADHD completely. But yeah, there's just this spinning ball, and I'm just maybe they'll get here today.
What's up, Rakan?
It's been a couple of minutes. Bastion's just gonna have his blueprints rolled out and just kind of making little notes.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that after speaking to Elovia, I'd just go back to reading.
Okay, he's
Bastion's also bringing the tools from the garage, right? Might as well lob those in the bag of holding.
As you're sitting there reading, Rakan's just like, hey, can you turn the page already? Hold on. He's like, Zel's just like reading also over your shoulder.
Well, I mean, if you're
Don't you can read?
Yeah.
if you're quicker than me, why don't you just read it to me?
Okay, sure, I'll do that. I'll read to you.
Okay, are you gonna do different voices?
Sure, I'll do different voices. All
Okay,
right?
great. Here you go. Stop.
He takes the book. I, Esmeralda, cannot be seen with you anymore. What do you mean, Esmeralda? I love you. It doesn't matter if you love me. I am far above you. No, this cannot be.
I don't believe it.
Hey, Zeltrin, you would make a great DM with all of those voices.
What's DM Pro? What are you talking about?
Dungeon Master. They do different voices for different characters. You would be great at that.
That's just for nerds. I'm good.
Also, who is Esmeralda? This is a gay fiction.
I forgot it was. I completely forgot about that. I'm sorry. Maybe I can't read. It's not Esmeralda. It's Eric. Sorry.
We sound the same at least. Maybe I should be reading to you.
Maybe you should. Get out the goddamn house. But no, seriously, are you guys all finished?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, great. You guys travel as you help. Well, Zelchin also reads, but then he stops at certain words, and you have to help him sound it out. And you make it back to the library, and all packed up and ready to go. You step in with Lotharis, the drift globe flying around him, and the book in his hand. And Zethas is still behind his own desk, flipping pages.
Hey guys.
Hello.
What's up?
You see this thing? Look, it's one of these Arcanum attack things. It's a light, but it follows me. Look, and then I'll start sort of like walking quicker and quicker, and having the drift globe like following me quicker and quicker, and then slowing down, and then like trying to catch it by surprise. And are we ready to go?
Absolutely.
Okay.
It's so weird. It's like Lotharis and Yeva are like the same people, but in different fonts.
It was like proper Times New Roman. This is like he's a full-on Comic Sans.
Comic Sans.
Yeah, basically.
Come on.
I should be like, that's very impressive. Well, then just petting Phalanx. Like, fully sentient construct that he built.
Yeah, but that's sort of magic that I think you would have seen before. Whereas this strange Arcana tech is like, like it's weird stuff. Right. I'll take the bag of holding back and sort of. You didn't.
Let's be out then.
You didn't catalog this stuff. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. And then.
Did what?
Catalog.
It's all in there, like just in there. Is that a whole? How many files have you packed?
Oh, that you're talking about that.
Oh.
Good question, but what matters is that I have the key with me, so it doesn't matter.
All right. Cool. Well, I'll organize it on the way, I guess. Have you guys ever been on an airship?
A few
No.
times.
Oh, me neither. I'm well excited. Shall we? Zitash? We're ready.
Oh.
I don't quite know why I developed a stutter. I just didn't.
Are
know
you
what I was trying to
nervous?
say.
Are you okay?
So excited.
No, we're good. We're excited.
Wait, before we go, I just remembered that session 1, Slicer said that Zeltrin was an adrenaline junkie. So he's probably gonna try to jump off the airship. So I'm gonna tie the harness to him.
God
What's with the range?
He's gonna try to go skydiving.
damn it!
Oh.
You saw through me.
I don't have anything prepared to stop you from falling. Perhaps another day.
Who said you gotta stop
Likely
me?
if you jumped, you'll not reach our final destination, so it would be best not to jump, at least until we reach the continent of Gliel.
Damn it.
You know, he didn't care about that when we were stuck in the muddy tunnel and just jumped off the side. I don't think he cares about any of our safety. We are all tied together.
Okay.
I'm not tied to any of you.
But we're ready, right?
Aye.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
So.
Tash, take it away.
Alright. Okay. You watch as he steps out for a second and looks around. And then you see he waves his hand. You feel a slight tingling over you. You see that the people that were in the library seem to pay no mind.
Sorry,
The people
library.
in the library, yeah.
Do what?
They pay no mind.
Oh, right. Okay. That's
He leads you to the little back area, takes you through a corridor. This is the threshold to a corridor that turns. And you see there's a section of like 5 doors. He walks up to a singular door, please. Step through.
I will.
Door opens as you see on the other side a familiar scene to all of you except for Lothars. This is Iverthane, but a little different section of Iverthane. You can see immediately. You see from where you are, you're behind, perhaps at the back of a shop. You see that there's this halfling at the front desk who's not looking. You see the back of his head, and you can see people that are walking to and fro in front of this little storefront. As you all continue to look forward, you hear a booming voice come through. The airship bound for Glial, the Wanderlust, is now boarding. Zithas looks toward you. Please. And as you, with his other hand, he waves his fingers as you see these little slips of paper form. These are your tickets.
Thank you.
Take them.
Are we in Edlington at this point?
Yes. Stepping through, you take them, and you end up in Edlington.
To explore this city. One day.
As you step through, the halfling pays you no mind as you hear the door close behind you. You walk past him. You see he's just reading a book. The door opens in front of you. You all step out into Edlington and everything. You can see now in the buildings here, the architecture is vastly different from Riverworth. These are more dome-like areas with like these larger tracks that seem to spiral and snake through the buildings. You can see that there are plenty of cars and some smaller flying vehicles that are speeding through the airways as people are flitting to and fro. But to your right, you see this large airship. The side it's like metal and wood together, but the biggest thing that catches your eye, along the side are these two large purplish orbs that are just glowing brightly. You can even hear like this low tonal hum that comes from them. You can see now as a line of people are ascending the staircase into a ramp that leads into the airship proper. In front of the people, you see there's a small company of dwarves with a singular dwarf in the center. From where you can see her, she has like this large brown and black fur cloak. She has this fur hat, and rings are adorned to her fingers, her hands. She's glistening, baby. But you find the time and slip into pretty much, and slip into the lines.
I look around. It might be unnatural, but God, this place is fascinating.
Everything on your person is unnatural. Everything I am is unnatural.
Yes, but I wouldn't describe you as a perversion of nature. Look at this. You can't even see the ground that originally existed beneath this city. But at the same time, I mean, what an incredible work of manpower.
You continue forward as you see Zeltrin. Lovia holding the reins pretty tightly, but he's still looking around, Chill trying to get out and get away from her other side, but he's not stronger than her. And what happened? And you continue up the line and present your tickets to the attendees. Board into the airship, and then the airship inside. Going into the ramp, you're hit with this quick feeling as it's you feel like this tingling sensation rise over you as you realize that this has a strange enchantment. The threshold itself is a threshold of prestidigitation. It immediately cleans you as you walk through. And as you step in, you're in this largish ballroom. You can only quantify it can describe it as a ballroom. There's a large chandelier in the center, and then right in the chandelier where it's hanging from is a large circular sectioned window where you can see straight up to the sky, which leads to the deck. And around from this central area, you see people breaking off into different groups as they are going into they're ascending and descending stairs into different parts of the ship itself. This area is large. The floors are marble and carpeting. You can see the attendees are really well dressed and some in suits with like little gold like fledgings and little pins on the side in the little shapes of wings. And as you all move forward and the attendees begin to take your tickets, they ripped the first half, but the second half, you look at them. You're on the 3rd floor. Unfortunately, your cabin are slightly shared. There are 2 to each cabin. So one of you will possibly have to share, or let me see here. No, it's a mistake here. No, you do have 3 rooms. It should be enough. If anything, if it is not to your liking, you may come and find me or speak to the captain, and we'll possibly get you another room.
Understood.
You guys are going to follow the signs. As you walk up to the staircase, you feel another slight tingle. You get another slight tingle as you see to the right as the sides of the staircases begin to glow, guiding your way. It seems to have locked onto your appropriate positions, your appropriate cabins, as it leads you through. You come to this large, it's a large-ish cabin area. Inside, it's all carpeting with like 2 beds. The beds themselves are plush queen size. You have nice wood polished furniture, a low hanging mage light that can be altered in different colors. There's also a mini bar here as well. Each of the rooms are identical.
So who's pairing off with?
I have a husband. So.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say, I'm sure Lovey is gonna be.
I'll take Eltrin. Or I'll go with Bastion. Or Eltrin. I don't mind.
Very well. I don't need a bed or sleep.
Well,
I'll take Bastion then.
I'll take Zeltron then.
hey, we get to read some more of that book. That's good.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I kind of want to explore the ship though. And as you all sit there, you all see simultaneously as this portion of the wall begins to glow slightly, and then it expands. You see this man, slightly pale skin, like really pale, like white. His hair is like this nice combed over blue, but he's wearing a nice beautiful jacket with all sorts of adornments. With these 2 larger wing pins on the side of his collar. And then hello, my name is Zahir. I will be your captain on the Wanderlust. This is the straight flight to Glyle. And the only rule here is to do nothing untoward to the staff. Other than that, let us have a safe flight. We'll be pulling on shortly.
Thank you so much for taking us.
That is no problem. This is your first time on an airship?
It is, yes.
What race is he, sorry?
Air Genasi.
Okay.
First strip. No. I hope you will forgive the... You may feel a little queasy at first, at the beginning of the takeoff. But, after that, you should be fine.
At that point, I'll turn to people. If you feel unwell, feel free to come to me. I should be able to help.
It is unlikely.
Nevertheless, any of you.
After that, the screen dissipates. You guys are alone in your rooms.
All right.
Well, no time like the present, and I'll get out the guide on Goliath and start reading.
Okay.
Occasionally, when anything is of note, or if it's Arcana Tech based, I might mention it to Bastian. But other than that, I'll just read quietly.
Okay.
Bastion will roll out his blueprints on his Ethereum polarized equipment mount and start kind of tinkering with that. But he's going to take the 3 badges that he has that he found in
In the...
I can't remember whether it was Brilliance's or Words' lab.
It was Brilliance's.
And he's going to use those with some of the Ethereum to make the component that attaches to his piece of equipment.
Nice.
So
Okay.
he's incorporating those badges into this device that he's making, so that they'll always be with him.
As you begin to manipulate these badges, and your finger runs over the one that belonged to Peltast. You feel a slight tingle. And you swear you hear. How long till you find me?
Coming, little brother. Coming.
Rakan, you want to say something?
Over 100 yards.
I don't want to interrupt this. So yeah, I'll just wait.
Okay. You feel the tingle dissipate after a while, but you feel reassured that somehow you spoke to Peltast.
All right.
Give me an insight check.
Solid +1. Who did I roll? Good. 17.
17. You've known Peltas for a century, maybe even more. This felt different. This felt... It's hard to describe what that felt like. And something... You feel something like at the itch of your back of your neck. But at the same time, you felt like you were a part of it.
I hope you don't forget what we were trying to do. Because I'll just kind of talk to the badge a little bit.
I've never forgotten.
Nimrod's badge. We buried him in the mountains.
Did we? You know, Bastion, all of our brothers are coming back. I've learned not everything has to stay gone.
Is Asalam well?
Quite.
Have you spoken to Nimrod?
Spoken. He's right next to me.
I was going to visit him. Will I not find him on the mountaintop where we left him?
Bastion, you have always been the most empathetic of all of us. You tell me.
I ran my spear through his core and I left him on the top of a mountain. I don't know if I want to find him there or not.
Well, Bastion, it's about time you came home to family.
Where is that?
Xylos.
I will, like, throw his badge across the room.
The connection cuts.
I have no king and I have no god. Just, it's like paces the room. Just can't concentrate on what he's doing. Can't.
Bastion, you okay?
I need some air. And he'll see if there's a bar on the way between him and like some. I don't know if there's any kind of balconies on the airship somewhere where he can stand outside.
Yeah, there's a bar in the balcony. You doesn't take you long to find one.
Trying to get a glass absinthe, and when the guy's pouring, he's just gonna kind of like more until he feels uncomfortable about it, and then he'll just grab the glass and walk out to like a balcony.
Okay, you take yourself out and you walk out there, and you feel as you walk out a quick little lurch of the airship as you see the anchors rise. They retract into the ship. Another deep hum goes off as the ship begins to rise. You all feel a slow drop in like your stomach areas as the change of altitudes begins to make your body feel a little antsy. Other than you, Bastion, you grip onto the railing as you take a sip of the absinthe, and the airship slowly begins to rise upwards. As it rises, you continue to look at the people below. Give me a perception check.
While he's rolling, as the ship begins to rise, Lotharis will head to anywhere he can look out.
Okay. You can find balcony. There's balconies on both sides of the ship.
I just want to see it.
Okay, yeah. You go out there and on the other side and you look out to looking over the entire city line of Iverthane. Gladhaven. I'm not Gladhaven. Iverthane, Edgerton. But as it begins to rise up, you can see the flying vehicles and the cars maneuvering about, as you can see some people running around and some mostly children that are like they like to watch the airship take off. You see some of the people waving away, and you all slowly begin to rise into the sky. What was your perception check?
23.
23. As you look down, you're slightly hold onto your glass, but then pull it back from your lips. You look down. You see the familiar brass color of brilliance as he stands amidst the people, looking up toward you. He simply sends his hand upward in waves. But then you see him do something odd with his hand. Give me an insight check.
Okay. I'm going to start going through my pack as well to find the extra sending disc that I have.
Mm-hmm.
As I try to find insight on my character sheet. There we go. 15.
15. You know this from the war. These are, of course, utilizing magic and things, there's also ways of doing this, but these are more like a code speaking to you silently.
And signals.
Mm-hmm. And it says, "See you in Rivermurph when you get back." You threw the disc down, right?
Yeah, and whilst Featherfall cannot traditionally target an item, if I can Featherfall it down, I'll do so.
Sure.
So I'm not just dropping a cell phone from 2
Yeah. Yeah, I got you. Sure, I'll let it rock. You Featherfall it down. You watch as he accepts it in his hand. He tucks it under his cloak and walks back to the crowd. The airship rises, continues to rise until it finally levels out. You can see now everything below you is just dots, shapes. You hear the captain come over the entirety of the system again. We have reached our coasting height. You are free to move around the ship. Enjoy yourselves.
In the room, I mean, Zeltra, I'm gonna be like, all right, well, we'll read one more chapter and then we can go explore.
Fine. Oh my god.
Don't act like you're not into this.
I am into it, but Jesus, man. I've never been in an airship before.
Well, yeah, it'll take us a while.
Fine. Okay, let's read. All right, let's get one more chapter out. Let's do this. All right, I'll do the voices, whatever. I do Eric's voice. You do Brandon's voice, and we'll just you know what I mean. We'll just act it out.
Okay, great.
Okay. Does anyone else want to do anything else? No.
No, I shall resume reading the guide to Glyle, hoping that by the time we get there, I'll have an idea of at least the geography and the politic and a few other little bits. And yeah, in Yaeva form, I will sort of do the studying first. Once I've finished reading what I think is necessary, I'll probably get out the loot, play it a little bit.
Okay.
As long as I'm not disturbing Bastion.
Do we know how long it's going to take to get to Glyle?
It's gonna be about from Evington to Glyle. You got like a little bit like half day's travel.
Okay. Excellent.
The airship. Olivia, you're good? Okay.
I would like to, first of all, go through my journal. Read through the adventures that whoever this dude is wrote to me. Is there anything, now with my new profound experience of the world, is there anything that sticks out to me?
Give me... In terms of location? You talking about, or...?
Mainly location, but I'm mostly looking for anything, especially about like other gods as well.
Okay. Just give me a flat. I think I'm gonna need insight here for this. I think insight or investigation. I need the two.
Okay, well I'm shit at both, so.
You shit at both.
Yeah, that's a 10.
It's a 10. Okay. There is one thing interesting that you do see. that might not have clicked with you before, but now with everything that you've dealt with, it's kind of now starting to come back around. You see that he talks about a singular peak. It's a peak that he had once he traveled the top and planted some sort of a tree there. You're not sure what he means by that.
Mm-hmm.
That's all you're getting. You're trying to think. A tree on a mountain. That sounds familiar to something that could be in Nilna Alari.
Okay.
So maybe Nilna Alari could be another stop you could make.
Okay. Is that it? From the
That's
book?
it. Mm-hmm. That's it from the book.
Alright. I would also like to read the Greek mythology book.
Okay. That'll take you a while. That'll take you some time to read the Greek mythology book. Are you trying to go through the entirety of the thing?
I'm looking for the Tale of Cassiopeia specifically.
Okay. Give me an investigation.
My rolls have been so good. That's a 14.
14. Nice. Easy enough. You know that, it speaks of Cassiopeia, who was a queen who was very vain. And due to her vanity, she had thought that, she was human, but she thought that she was even more beautiful than the goddess herself.
Mm-hmm.
And thus she was punished for her vanity. That's why the Cassiopeia itself, it looks the way it looks in terms of her shying away from everything, keeping her face hidden. Remember correctly, I could be wrong, but that's what you kind of get from that. But then you read something else it seems to be a continuation of it, and it speaks of a force that spawned from an idea. And then you kind of put maybe two and two together. Most gods are
Stupid.
ideas.
Right.
Their power comes from everything you've learned. Their power comes from people who believe in them.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting, to say the least. And you guys are high above Athea on your way to Glial. I think now is the best time to end. And we'll continue later on in this trip. Well, we will end it there, and well, come to MVPs. Lavi's still writing, so I'll go to Miyako.
Okay, so I'm gonna go with because I have an old roommate and good buddy that always does this. He'll say, "I don't want to spoil it for you," and then he will explain the entire plot of a book or movie. So I really appreciate the old lady being like, "I don't want to spoil it for you, but I will tell you the entire plot of it." And that just resonated with me.
Good old Merriam Fletcher. I said that because that's my dad. My dad will ruin everything.
Oh, yeah. Overman's like, he'll give you a book and he's like, I don't want to spoil it for you. And then he will explain the entire plot of the book.
Yep, that's
It's
my
like,
dad. So man, you gotta see this movie. He kills his wife. He comes like there. He grabs the whole thing and does this. Dad, then why the hell do I want to watch it?
Fight some Nazis. Sean Connery's his dad. They meet an old knight. Great.
Joshua. Joshua.
So, oh my goodness, so much happens. So like a minor one is the fucking fuckery of Elliot being like, and being a fucking badass.
Woodpeckers. They trim.
What a fucking troll. And oh gosh. Probably like seeing that side of Caden. I mean, we don't know if we'll see Caden again or if we'll see him in a different incarnation.
Yeah.
But it was really interesting seeing that side of him. But I think I've got to give it to the old lady peeking over the fucking plot of what essentially sounded like Romeo and Juliet without the.
Yeah, pretty much. I was like, damn, I'm on the spot here. Come up with something, goddammit.
Copy something that already exists.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, so,
What do you do?
probably that.
Okay, cool. Lovey.
I would have to say, the first one is probably Yeva having a date now.
Oh yeah.
And then my second one both involves Zeltran. The fact that he can't read, and that the part where he was just sucking his tears back into his eyes.
Nice. Helena, Eva, Lotharis.
Yeah, Lavi, he's a fucking lunatic. He's just a lunatic. That just got me. It's just like, yeah, he's just a lunatic. Getting to play with Thoris, it's great fun. I'm glad to have made the transition finally and say goodbye to Yeva in a place where he's peaceful. But my big MVP was completing the orphanage. I think that was just...
Congratulations, guys.
Yeah. I mean, it was such a... It was so far off anything that we originally, planned to do as a group. In the first place, I didn't think we'd be orphanage creators. And it just, it gave a fitting goodbye to a character for me, and also just, I really resounded. I thought that was brilliant. Especially your portrayal of Zeltran in that moment. I think generally just felt like we were putting the whole world to rights.
Nice. I'm glad. Yeah,
also, the depiction of the airship. I love the.
Oh, thanks. Well, you guys earned it. That you guys definitely earned that orphanage. Never thought it was gonna happen, but hey, I decided you guys definitely deserve that building, deserve that place, and that orphanage is completely canon. I will use it anytime I play in this world. So thank you.
Yeah, school for gifted children.
Yeah, pretty much. Yep. He's about to make the X-Men. You're gonna see Yeva in a wheelchair.
Yeah. And we're gonna come back. He's gonna have them all training and healing magic, working with the damn hospital.
Alex will become Cyclops.
Getting shot and hitting each other.
Pretty much. It's been great fun with everything. You guys caught Caden. Yeah, that happened last episode, but that's fine. Holy shit, why am I crying? Yeva finally getting his final moment for now. It is not the last you'll see of Yeva, of course not.
I'll be playing chess with Brilliance and Rivenworth when we get back.
Yeah, we'll see. I do if I have to portray any character, I do love playing the crazy one. So seeing the crazy side, being able to finally put out the crazy side of Caden was really fun. And
there was a nice break where he he's mad. Oh, okay, he's mad.
Pile of ball.
Oh, okay, we get it now. He's crazy.
I do like the whole conversation between Rakan. The roleplay was beautiful. This session, but it's always beautiful. This is something I definitely look forward to every week. This and Curse of Strahd, of course. With that, so you want to say goodbye?
Goodbye.
I'll be just saying.
Sweet dreams.